Hello and welcome to a very special cover story interview. Today I have with me PRITHVIRAJ CHAVAN. He's a former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, a very active Congress leader and someone who's been an avid parliamentarian. And also, you've seen politics from parliament to the fields really, on the ground also, PRITHVIRAJ. So good to have you here today on the show.
Thank you, Priya. It's always a pleasure.
It's good. We've had many conversations on the economic issues. You were also a former Minister of State in Manmohan Singh's PMO. So you've played governance, but now really the role of the opposition. How do you see things panning out? Because we are seeing the current cusp of time in terms of politics. A lot of regional parties after Mamata Banerjee seem to be, under threat, under danger. They seem to be folding most of them into the BJP. There is talk of NCP perhaps joining the Congress. So are we heading to a two-party system?
I've been saying that for quite some time, that ultimately, at the national level, there'll be only two ideologies. One, the Hindutva ideology, which wants to build a fascist, theocratic state based on religion. And the other ideology is the ideology of Gandhi, Nehru, Ambedkar. And in Maharashtra, we talk of secularism of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. We talk of Phule, Shahu, Ambedkar. So those ethos of a theocratic state, a fascist state, a one-party rule, a one-man rule versus a liberal democracy that we experienced over so many years after 1947 due to the constitution that we have. There are flaws in it. It's not perfect, but it worked. And therefore, if you lose constitution, then, lose democracy, we lose freedoms, we lose equality, and all those values which are enshrined in the constitution, we lose all that.
And federalism.
Federalism also. So I think ultimately these two ideologies will contest and battle out. Now, people of the country do not simply vote on religion. If that was the case, then BJP would always have won, the Hindu Mahasabha would have won all the time. It's not that. People also look at many other factors like development, like democracy, content and all that. BJP is trying to push the boundary of a religion-based voting to the right so that a Hindu state can be created. So I think at the national level at least, I'm not talking about regions, but at national levels, there will be broadly two ideologies. That's number one. Secondly, with the role that money is playing in the elections,
yes,
and the money that is being allowed to play in the elections at the highest levels, not only to win elections, but to break parties and to finish the opposition, all that thing. Nobody is now willing to be a part of the opposition system. You see what happens to TMC in Bengal. We saw what happens to Uddhav Thackeray's party in Maharashtra.
Yeah.
And we're hearing rumors about other parties being poached. And in Maharashtra particularly, the ruling party clearly indicates that we will poach them. Now, poach them with money, with offers of contracts, with whatever they. So, it's very difficult for elected representatives to remain in opposition space. Their own workers are clamoring, hankering for contracts so that they can get some commission out of it. And this culture of commission khori. BJP in Karnataka lost the election when Congress promoted the 40% commission Sarkara or pay CM. They lost the election. That's what's happening in many states, and particularly in Maharashtra. You see what happened recently.
Right.
So I think people more than the public representatives, the workers are now hankering for power. Don't stay in opposition, what will you get? We won't get
Which is true, which is, down the line also you've been used to being in power, a lot of parties, which is why they split and joined. My question now to you is, for instance, in Maharashtra, that is the state where we've seen a lot of traditional legacy parties split up and join the BJP. But now the NCP of Sharad Pawar, there seems to be an indication they may be joining the Congress. How would you view that?
No, see, I don't have any first-hand information. I have not talked to any NCP Sharad Pawar leader recently. And I also not to my Congress High Command whether any serious talks are going on. It's all what
speculation in the media.
Grapevine, and some leaders keep on talking from all parties. So it seems that Sharad Pawar's party is considering few options. One is to merge in Congress, on some conditions that leaders be accommodated. Second is to somebody from the NCP Sharad Pawar group to become a union minister to join the Maharashtra government, but while retaining the identity as a NCP and joining the NDA coalition, so that you can always walk out if they don't like it. And third and most likely scenario, according to me, is issue-based support, which means they will support NDA at a critical time, but not merge. Now, supposing a decision is taken to join the government, the NDA government, and become part of the India alliance, then Mr. Pawar, who belongs to the left of center ideology for a very long time, his family belongs to left of center ideology.
Correct.
And but there are practical compulsions and what happens to the family and all that. So a very scenario which is talked of in Maharashtra is that he will just say, look, I don't buy this ideology, I will not join BJP or NDA. But क्या करूँ, ये बच्चे लोग मेरे सुन नहीं रहे, so I'm away. Let them do what they like.
But the bachche log don't want to join NDA. Supriya Sule
we are
wants
not
to
sure.
join
We're not
Congress.
Sure.
All her politics and statements has been very pro-Congress.
No, we're not sure, but there are other people in the party. So three options: merge with the Congress, so that Congress party leadership, high command has to be prepared, and they have to be accommodated naturally, respectfully. He's a tall leader. And second is they become part of the NDA alliance while retaining NCP structure. And the third is issue-based support, which is most likely.
Issue-based support to the NDA, how will that work with all of you?
For example, the most important, Mr. Amit Shah's top priority today, after the Kashmir issue and some other issue, top priority is to get the delimitation bill passed.
Exactly.
Which is part of the brickwork of the Hindutva state. Because once you get delimitation bill passed, it's a constitution amendment bill, which means you get 2/3 majority. Once you get a 2/3 majority in both the houses, then you can do very well what you like. You can change the constitution, you can, the preamble can be changed to remove socialism and secularism words. You can do what you like. So it is not a delimitation exercise alone.
Oh, so it signifies a lot more.
It is exercise to get a 2/3 majority in both houses. And once you sort of get inducted into supporting issue based, then it's difficult to say कि अभी इसको नहीं करेंगे हम. We will not support this. So you are part of that. I think that BJP is not very sure of 29.
Really?
They're not sure because there are a lot of things happening. Look at Ram Mandir controversy. The main plank on which they build their ideology is gone. Look at the ethanol controversy. Now, ethanol controversy is not simple. It affects every car owner. Their fuel bills have gone up. Their cars are not sure. The older engines are not fit for ethanol and all that. The issue there. A gradual change should have happened. Of course, we need to go to biofuels. Yes, but you're going to get time.
Yeah.
Like follow the Brazil trajectory. And then issues like some political leaders are involved. They have plans, they benefit from it, and all those issues. So
all coming back to Maharashtra.
all coming back to Maharashtra. No, it's a national issue. But I think the ethanol issue is quite serious.
Yes.
It affects every middle class, upper middle class person. Then their jobs are going to be exploding now with AI.
No.
I don't think any IT engineer will find a job because.
See, all of your points are valid. I'll go into them later. But is still in the popular narrative, the Prime Minister remains, all these he can say BJP ne kiya, that individual decisions. Somehow people say कि इनकी नियत ठीक है and they are still,
No, I think there is questions about the niyat now. Because you see what happened in Maharashtra. Again, I come back to Maharashtra. 2021, when the party was split. There's open talk that a huge amount of money was offered as inducement. And we coined a slogan which helped us in Lok Sabha election. Pannas khoke ekdam okay. So, khoke is an underworld term for crore. So, I mean, the fact that you think this could have happened without the blessings of the top two?
But I don't know, yet they swept the Maharashtra elections. I mean, they won the Maharashtra election, maybe not swept.
No, in the assembly, but they lost badly in Lok Sabha. So when they lost badly in Lok Sabha, BJP came down, everybody came down, they woke up. And then they manipulated the voter list. Now, in my constituency alone, about 12,000 voters were registered in 48,000 places. Now, Are they same people or they are different people with same name? I don't know. Election Commission has to find out. But supposing these people have voted twice, thrice, 4 times, it's very easy to remove the ink with a nail polish remover and voted again. Election gets skewed. So,
no, see, all these issues have been raised by the Congress and the opposition, but somehow it hasn't affected the BJP's performance in other states. Thoda sa upar niche hua hai, but they are still
no, I think,
ahead of all
I think
of
there's
you.
something bigger in it. For example, see, political party is at the heart of parliamentary democracy. You have a agenda based on either social ideology or economic ideology, and you implement ideology that you stand for only if you win elections. So at the end of the day, winning elections, getting power and then implementing agenda is very critical. But somehow if you go out of that and talk of some abstract issues, then people don't connect. So I think it's very important that Congress party focuses on economic issues rather than social issues. Social issues are important. But I think people are voting more on economic issues than anything else.
It affects their pocket, you're right.
Absolutely. महंगाई है,
Jobs.
inflation, jobs, farmers committing suicide, all that.
Ethanol,
Real
yeah,
issues.
yeah. No, I concede that point. But just to go back to a little bit on the, this merger of the parties, because that's been really talked about. If, as you say, the NCP decides to be issue-based, then it's not, it's supporting the NDA, but it is still with the India Bloc.
That raises a very fundamental question. We're also hearing that DMK may be sort of worked around and they also may abstain,
On the
which will bring down the
delimitation.
numbers on this delimitation issue. I find it very strange that they will support delimitation.
They were the main opponents south.
That's being talked about. Now, my basic fundamental question is, if NCP or any other party for that matter goes along with the BJP on the delimitation bill, can they still remain part of the India alliance?
Very good question, yeah.
So
And the answer?
Because I don't know the answer, because the fact is that it's a very fundamental to our ideology.
Yeah.
We cannot accept redistribution of seats based on injustice to the southern states who have performed well in population. So a very fundamental question comes. India alliance leaders will have to answer that. And the parties which are thinking of issue-based support will also have to think about it. Because if they're not part of the NDA alliance, then they're naturally moving towards the NDA, then might as well join NDA.
Well, look what issue-based support got Naveen Patnaik. They ate up his party in the end.
No, that's a very, this phrase which is used, thrown about here and there. But fundamentally, will India alliance leaders accept that position?
And will Sharad Pawar can play both sides. But I thought Supriya Sule is a more straight shooter. I'll be very surprised if she would do that.
I can't. So I've not talked to them personally, and I won't be able to tell what they'll do ultimately. But
There's
I think
also very interesting happening with Sunetra Pawar's party, with they hijacked the party, she and her son, from the original Ajit Pawar gang, Praful Patel.
we don't know what's happening there.
What is?
There are personal equations and all that, so it's a complex thing. So I think while the Mahayuti government led by Devendra Fadnis continues with 3 parties, they'll be paying a price for that. And Maharashtra's industrial development is completely stopped. No major project has come to Maharashtra. Other states like southern states, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, even Gujarat, UP, all ruled by single party, one man. Maharashtra is a 3-party government.
Okay.
Now, every other state has a single window clearance for industrial project. Maharashtra also, we got a single window clearance, but there are 3 windows. For every project, you have to go to 3 windows and get clearance. So I think we are paying a price. The industrialists are not happy about the situation. See, I'll just take example of 2 themes. The semiconductor mission. Prime Minister's is a very favorite project, needed very badly, and Prime Minister has, given a lot of subsidy for setting up semiconductor plants. 12 plants have been sanctioned. Where are they coming up in? Gujarat, southern states, Assam. Tata Electric, which is a Bombay-based company, is investing in Gujarat and Assam, not in Maharashtra. Why? Take another example. Apple has started manufacturing their phones in India after the Chinese difficulty. There are, I think, 5 major subcontracting companies which manufacture Apple products, Apple phones. Not one in Maharashtra. Tata Electric has 2 plants, Karnataka,
Outside.
Tamil Nadu. Why not in Maharashtra? Simple answer. I mean, the political situation there is just not conducive for industrial growth. But Maharashtra is paying a price for it.
Okay, I'm going to take a break and continue this conversation, so stay with us. Hello and welcome back to our cover story conversation. I have with me former Maharashtra Chief Minister PRITHVIRAJ CHAVAN and former, he was in the Union Council of Ministers with Dr. Manmohan Singh. But we all hear a lot, about Dr. Manmohan Singh, Prithvi. Now of course he is right. History is being kinder to him. The rate of growth, the way he, the economic politics of it. You do a lot of political economy. How do you see him, the way he handled things to the way current government is handling?
I think the government UPA 1 and government UPA 2, not UPA 2 so much, but UPA 1, as part of that government for 6 years. And then after the 6 years, I went to Maharashtra. I think that was the best period that Indian economy has seen. Now, it's difficult to justify numbers because government is playing with the growth rate numbers.
Right.
I mean, the base year is being changed, the numbers are being hidden, all that. So, top economists who have been economic advisors to government tell you that India's real GDP growth rate is not more than 2 to 3%. I mean, during the COVID years, it was negative. So, the whole slogan about Vikasit Bharat, all that is just a dream.
6%, 7, 8%.
Because we need 9-10% continuous growth for next 25 years to reach that goal. Because ultimately, it's not the size of the national economy, but it's the per capita income that is important. In per capita income terms, we are 140th in the world. What are you talking? So therefore, you don't define what developed India means, and we just sell a dream to people. It will become developed by 47. Who doesn't want it to be a developed country?
Yeah.
But will it happen at this growth rate? I don't think. See, Manmohan Singh, if you talk about it, he himself was a erudite scholar. But even then, he took advice. Now, a present dispensation, you don't need advice. I mean, if you take advice from any select people and then come out with decisions like demonetization, like sudden lockdown, like implementing GST in 2-3 months, farm bills and all that, without consulting parliament, without consulting opposition leaders, without a broad consensus, just ram through these bills and there is opposition to it. So I think basically Manmohan Singh government was much better government. The 2008 international economic crisis, we didn't even feel. I was in the government.
Right.
It was handled so well, robustly. The entire world's economy was collapsing, but we sustained that. I think his growth rate by any independent standard was much higher. Now you're manipulating figures. Even World Bank and IMF has said that your figures are suspect. They put India's statistics in C category. D is the last category. It means people are not believing this. At one time, people used to laugh at Chinese figures. Now that's happening to India.
So, in your point of view, economy is a very real issue that the Congress or the opposition can take to the masses.
Economy is a very real issue, particularly jobs, farmers' condition. See, in Maharashtra, 8-9 farmers commit suicide every day, even now. They're not getting remunerated prices. Jobs, AI will eat up jobs like mad. We're not invested in skilling. We're not invested in primary education, basic health services. We're all obsessed with road contracts. Why? Because one thing is that they're physical, you can see it, you can cut a ribbon, and at the same time, you can also take 40% commission.
I see.
So I think the priority for physical infrastructure is needed. But you don't invent physical infrastructure just to give you a large contract.
Yeah, just don't cut ribbons, but make roads. In Maharashtra, who's the leader now? How Congress? There is a death of opposition in Maharashtra. That space is there, especially after Uddhav Thackeray's breaking up, Sharad Pawar being confused.
Well, in Maharashtra, the opposition space is now completely with Congress party.
But who?
Because there's a question of leadership. Now that's to be decided by Congress High Command, who they appoint as the party chief in Maharashtra. Who they appoint as leader of opposition. We don't have a leader of opposition in both houses. The numbers have shrunk so much that, and BJP is not allowed a leader of opposition to be named in either house.
It's not conceding.
Not conceding. In Delhi, there is a convention or rule, we can say, about 10% of the total strength of the house. But in Maharashtra, there is no such convention. When we were in power, we got Jansang leaders to be leader of opposition with no numbers at all. Because it's a part of parliamentary democracy to have some voice
Opposition.
At a senior level. But they don't want that. And I think Mr. Devendra Fadnavis is being pulled from both sides by two different parties, the NCP and the Shinde group. And I think everything there is a cut. For example, any project comes up, the departmental minister wants something, the chief minister party wants something because they're the chief minister party. The local guardian minister, who is district minister, wants a cut. So, what's happening, the quality of infrastructure is questionable. And state is suffering, the loan is mounting. Take, for example, the famous Ladli Behan Yojana.
Right.
No, it was invented, of course, it had been done in Madhya Pradesh earlier. It was invented after the Lok Sabha defeat, when BJP lost badly in the 2024 Lok Sabha election. They came up with many things, distributing pots and pans under that construction workers scheme and all that. But one of these things was to give 1,500 rupees to women. Now what happened, they gave 1,500 rupees to each lady member of the family to 2.43 crore women.
Wow.
Now the number was grossly inflated because it was meant to buy votes. Now a new dispensation, the administrative dispensation in Maharashtra now, has cut out 92 lakh persons and about 14,000 crores were paid extra to people. Now, will they get that money back? There are many people who are government servants who are not supposed to be there. The men got pension in the name of women. So many things happened.
If I remember, Ajit Pawar, when he took over as finance minister soon after the election, he was also saying there are no funds.
There are no funds, that's a fact. That's why state debt has climbed and mounted. Of course, it's a large state, rich state. But moment the debt comes, public debt goes up, you have to pay interest payment, repayment of debt and all that. And the development funds get cornered. Now, our district development funds are not being given at all. All the district development work has stopped. Contractors' bill to the tune of about 1 lakh crores are due because government doesn't have money. So I think there is a justification for giving money to women directly. There's a huge economic benefit of doing that, but you must select the criteria very carefully. I think the 20% of the poorest people should be given, 15%, 10%, not everybody. For example, take the Food Security Act. 81 crore people are being given food. And government claims that we have lifted 25 crore people out of poverty. Now, what about these 81 crore people? If you stop giving food to them, then what happens?
In fact, a lot of people are saying we are not getting people to work in our factories because they are getting free food and they are getting welfare schemes.
Farm work.
एक वो भी problem हो रहा है.
Farm work में people are not going there because they get free food. So no, there is a justification for free meals or free food to an extremely below poverty section, whatever you call Antodaya, whatever it is. And that can be selected. It's not that it can be selected. People are disabled, people are widows and nobody to support them. That kind of section must be helped out. But if you're introducing the schemes to just buy votes, it's a different story altogether.
Right. Fair enough. Now, just before we wrap up, one quick question on the road ahead in Maharashtra. Do you see this Fadnavis staying on as CM? The internal politics of even the other side. What have you heard? Eknath Shinde is very impatient. He's saying, "Maine to Uddhav Thackeray ko thoda, why not give me a chance?"
They're all rumors. Nobody talks to us. For example,
you hear things.
We sometimes get some information from the bureaucracy, but they're also afraid to talk. We get some information from corporate sector, they're afraid to talk because everybody is watching like Big Brother. So basically, we depend on the sources from the journalists and some people who have worked with me, for example, personally, even as the chief minister, but now on that side. So we've got such friendly relationship and they keep on talking. It's not that they are in the thick of things or know everything what's happening, but they also see what's happening around them. And so we can only surmise from journalistic inputs and some inputs from the ruling party friends who are there. So I think the point is, as I said earlier, BJP is worried about 29 Lok Sabha outcome. Because if the outcome is not as expected as by the BJP, there could be a leadership issue at center. And I think people are already jockeying for a position. Now we have a person like Mr. Amit Shah, who is virtually number 2 today, the Iron Man number 2. The UP is a large state, Chief Minister is an important person. And Maharashtra is the second largest state, and we've got a couple of people from Nagpur. Now, if you look at them, caste-wise, one is a Thakur, one is a Banya, one is a Brahmin. So, take your pick. And so, I think that's why these rumors which are running around in Delhi that Mr. Amit Shah is wanting to become Deputy Prime Minister because he gets them in any scenario later on, I don't know. There's also a talk that Mr. Fadnis will be brought back to Delhi. But the problem there is they don't have a clear leader in the current ministry who will lead the state. There are certain people in Delhi working in BJP party who could be sent there, but it's not very sure on certain things. So I don't think he wants to go to Delhi because you know what happens in Delhi.
Yeah.
There's a one-man rule here. There's also a rumor that they're trying to get Mr. Shinde to join the BJP officially and then give him the reins of the power, Chief Ministership, and with some arrangement for his son here in Delhi. These are all rumors, but I think some realignment is going on in the BJP circles. The Ram Mandir issue has really hit them hard. Ethanol issue is an important issue. It needs to be raised properly. The nexus. The jobs is a very important issue. Farmers' crisis is an important issue. If you take up the political issue, there is a heat. People have to come out to it. I think that's where BJP will try some reshuffling arrangement. We hear about cabinet reshuffle in Delhi. It's not happening. People say now it will be before 20th when the parliament session convenes. We don't know. But I think this is almost a midterm point. And if you want to plan for 29 Lok Sabha, it's now.
Yes.
Whether it's a delimitation bill, it's a reorganization.
So both sides have to plan now
breaking
from opposition and the Congress.
And like you rightly said, we have to look at leadership in the state level. The Congress party has to see very seriously. Unfortunately, what happened in Punjab was not very pleasant. We could have handled it slightly better. So I think Congress party will also have to sit down, do its arithmetic again, select grassroots leaders in the state, and people who command respect, people who have governed, people who have run the organization, all that. I think the space is there for Congress to occupy. Whether we send the right people in the right states, guide them properly from Delhi without interfering too much. You know.
That's tall order, but yes.
But in that case, I think there is a chance that we can do well.
Okay, on that note, we're out of time, but I think now really is a crucial midpoint for this Narendra Modi government in the third term. It can, as Mr. Chavan is saying, it's time for the opposition. If they want to take the initiative, now is the time for the opposition to make that move. And of course, the BJP is also doing what it can to fix the narrative. So stay with us. For now, thank you for watching this show.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.